Ghost Tales.
Hey guys, welcome back to Girly Ghost Tales. I'm Amber.
And I'm Leah, and tonight we're lifting the veil and stepping into the misty hills of Ireland, where folklore isn't just stories, it's warnings.
Because in Ireland, people don't just believe in the supernatural, they respect it. They leave offerings, they avoid certain paths, they don't answer when someone calls their name in the dark.
And after this episode, you might not either. So turn the lights down, maybe light a candle, and to the grave we go.
Cheerful, prank loving leprechauns are widely recognized today as a symbol of luck and prosperity, especially in Ireland and among many Americans with Irish heritage. But older legends tell a different story. In early folklore, these small, shoemaking creatures were often portrayed as mischievous and at times even a little more menacing. Rooted in Ireland's rich tradition of medieval tales filled with dark fairies and goblins, leprechauns were described as tiny humanoids, usually no more than 2 or 3 feet tall, with a more unsettling presence than their modern counterparts. Over time, their image softened, evolving into a blend of ancient Celtic mythology and lighthearted cultural charm. Now, these fairy like figures, often depicted with red beards and dressed in green, are best known for guarding pots of gold at the end of rainbows and granting wishes to anyone clever enough to catch them. Their popularity has grown so much that they've become iconic figures, appearing on cereal boxes and as festive staples in St. Patrick's Day celebrations. The word leprechaun traces back to the Irish. I just read it or heard it.
Leprechaun.
I'm not saying that. Leprechaun. And the Old Irish lutropan. I'm not saying that right, but anyway. Both meaning small body. In ancient Celtic mythology, these figures were part of the Aussie.
Hey guys, it's Amber. I just want to come on here and say, so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce literally anything, or speak, so sorry about that.
A supernatural race akin to elves and fairies. This otherworldly group also included beings like banshees and shape-shifting goblins known as pukas, all believed to be descendants of the...
Ciudad de Danann.
Yep, that.
What?
I don't know. Ancient Irish deities said to dwell in a hidden alternate realm, as noted in medieval Mosaic 2 by Lee Tassie and Leanne Taylor. In early folklore, leprechauns were far from the cheerful characters we imagine today. They were depicted as clever but unsettling male cobblers who guarded their hidden treasures fiercely. Stories often describe them as sly, untrustworthy tricksters, quick to deceive, lead people astray, or even play harmful pranks for their own amusement. One of the earliest known tales, The Adventures of Fergus, son of Letty, from the 7th or 8th century, presents an even darker image. In this story, leprechauns appear as dangerous water-dwelling spirits who attempt to drag the legendary King Fergus into the sea to drown him. However, the king manages to capture them, forcing the creatures to grant him 3 wishes in exchange for their freedom. By the 19th century, the image of leprechaun began to soften. In newer stories, they were reimagined as mischievous yet clever and resourceful figures, often outwitting greedy humans who tried to steal their gold. In her 1887 book, Ancient Legends, Mystic Charms, and Superstitions of Ireland, Jane Francesca Angus Wilde describes leprechauns as merry, industrious, tricksy little sprites, while also warning that they could be vengeful and bitterly malicious if offended. Similarly, D.R. McGanley Jr., writing in the late 19th century in Irish Wonders, portrays the leprechaun as a creature of questionable origin, of low descent, born of an evil spirit and a fallen fairy. According to his account, their mischief often took the form of small but frustrating household disturbances, like spoiling a pot of food, drinking all the milk, or stealing bacon. I'd be mad if somebody stole my bacon. Earlier depictions, such as those in Thomas Crofton Crocker's, so many names for these people, in 1825 collection Fairy Legends and Traditions of the South of Ireland, emphasize their role as solitary cobblers. In the tale The Little Shoe, a man comes across a tiny figure hard at work, apron on, hammer in hand, and a red nightcap perched on his head. When the man demands his gold, the leprechaun cleverly deceives him and escapes, leaving behind nothing but a shilling. Nope, that's not. Nothing but a single beautifully crafted shoe. Later, in 1888, William Butler Yeats describes leprechauns in Fairy and Folk Tales of Ireland as withered, old, and solitary beings known for both their hidden wealth and their love for tricks. He wrote that while one might force a leprechaun to reveal his treasure, the moment eye contact is broken, the creatures disappear like smoke, vanishing along with any hopes of riches. Between 1845 and 1855, around 1.8 million Irish immigrants arrived to the United States, forming tight-knit communities that often faced poverty and discrimination. In response, many Irish Americans leaned into their cultural roots, embracing traditions and folklore, like the leprechaun, which soon became a symbol of Celtic pride. As these communities grew, leprechauns began appearing in St. Patrick's Day festivals across the country. By the early 20th century, they had become widely associated with Irish identity, luck, and celebration, securing a lasting place in popular culture. One of the most recognizable modern examples is Lucky the Leprechaun, who debuted on St. Patrick's Day in 1964 as the mascot for Lucky Charms cereal, further cementing the leprechaun's cheerful and lucky image in American imagination. "'Tis luck to catch a leprechaun," an advertisement for the cereal announces, but nobody can. Of course, if they did, they'd catch my Lucky Charms. More recently, building leprechaun traps has become a popular St. Patrick's Day family craft project. Back in Ireland, belief in leprechauns still lingers, often with a playful, tongue-in-cheek twist. In 1958, the New York Times reported that the government of Eamon de Valera faced an unusual dilemma: whether to discipline workers who refused to fence off land they believed to be a fairy palace, or for the little people, insisting it must not be disturbed. That sense of folklore meets reality continues in the Cooley Mountains, where Slieve Foy was officially designated in 2010 as a protected area for flora, fauna, wild animals, and the little people. The designation came under a European Union directive aimed at presenting biodiversity, but took a whimsical turn after a local tale claimed that leprechaun suits and bones had been discovered there, as reported by the Irish Independent. The story helped inspire both the official recognition and the area's annual Carlingford National Leprechaun Hunt, where legend and celebration continues to blur in true Irish fashion. So the next time you see a leprechaun, whether it's on a cereal box or in a St. Patrick's Day parade, just remember, behind the charm and lucky gold lies a much older legend, one that's a little darker, a little stranger, and far more mysterious than it seems. I have a little picture of a little, like one of the first depictions of a little leprechaun counting his gold.
Oh my gosh.
And then
His
obviously,
gold shillings.
yeah. And then obviously the scary leprechaun from
Warwick
the
Davis.
leprechaun movies. Have you ever watched those?
Yeah, we watch them all the time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I watched them. I watched the first one, I think, once when I was really little. And then it scared me, and I said, hell no.
I never watched them when I was younger, and then when I was old enough to watch scary movies, I was always just like, that looks so dumb, I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
And I never watched them. And then a couple years ago, Jake was like, you haven't watched like any of the Leprechaun movies, and he like made me watch. He likes the second one the best.
Mm.
He made me watch that one, and I liked it a lot. And then we watched like the third one, and that's like my favorite one now. It's like they're in like Vegas,
Oh.
and it's just like I don't know, they're like really good.
Yeah.
Like they're not like scary.
Are they kind of like cheesy?
They're like
But like in a good way?
they're like cheesy, like it's like Chucky kind of,
Yeah.
but like less scary even than
Yeah.
Chucky. But I don't know, he is still scary,
Yeah.
like
He just
Warwick
looks
Davis
scary.
is. Yeah.
I think I was just traumatized by scary movies as a child. Like I watched Chucky when I was younger, and in my adult life, I don't think I've watched it.
Really?
Like it's been so long.
I love The Bride of Chucky the best.
I need to watch them again.
Jake likes the ones like the first ones.
Mm.
I don't even remember what it's called.
Like the first Chucky?
Yeah.
Is it just called Chucky?
It's like it's called something. I don't remember what it's called now.
I can't think of it either.
I don't
Child's
know.
Play.
Yeah, Child's Play. He
Mhm.
likes Child's Play like the best, and that's like my least favorite. I like The Bride of Chucky and like The Seed of Chucky,
Oh,
like
yes.
with Glenn. And he hates those ones. But I've watched those, and then yeah, we watched The Leprechaun like the weekend before St. Patrick's Day. But I forgot on St. Patrick's Day I wanted to watch The Luck of the Irish.
That's my favorite
I
movie.
I love that movie.
I know I was gonna watch it too, but then it got too late, and I was like, ugh.
I literally like just thought of it like while you were talking about him. I was like, no,
I know.
forgot to watch
It's
it.
literally my favorite. I used to
Mhm.
watch it every year, and for some reason, I remember always being at my grandma's house on St. Patrick's Day
Really?
because I'd watch it with my grandma, and then like when I was little, I would just sleep in the bed with my grandma, and I just remember sleeping in bed with my grandma. And I don't know if it's like the same. It might have just been the same day, and I just like think about it happening multiple times, but I just always remember watching it, and then I'd go to sleep with my grandma.
I feel like they used to play that movie at school on St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
like in my school. Like I don't know if they did, but I feel like I used to watch it at school, or it was just on like after school on like Disney Channel, and I would watch it like every year. But I always used to like be scared that I was gonna find out I was like a
leprechaun, and then you're gonna start shrinking.
Yeah,
hair's gonna turn red.
Yeah,
I always thought I was a leprechaun with my red hair.
Yeah,
I wished I was.
Maybe you are half leprechaun.
I might be. I think I'm like slightly Irish, but I'm more Finnish than I am Irish.
Yeah, I don't hear like about scary stories really of people being like, oh, I saw a leprechaun.
Yeah,
I feel like it's pretty common for like fairies, like to be like, oh, I saw a fairy, or like any other thing, but like leprechauns I feel like is like the least.
Yeah, I think if somebody said they saw a leprechaun, I'd be like, a fairy? Or something like that, or like a little sprite.
Yeah, like in Ireland, I wonder if like people like
see them. Yeah.
Like, are they real?
Is so many questions?
Because I feel like all lore
comes
like
from
starts from something. It's not just completely all made up.
Yeah,
like there has to be some part of it.
Yeah, something had to have happened. Where I mean, and it could be like it said like a lower class like fairy kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know, because they do seem to have like some sort of magical powers from all the stories you hear. So that really could be.
Yeah, I feel like I group leprechauns in with like gnomes.
Yes, like, that's what I was thinking too.
And I don't know, that like gnomes like scare me.
Kind of creep me out.
Yeah. Like,
is it a Goosebumps story where there were gnomes?
Yeah, like a bunch of them.
Yeah, I remember that, and that always freaked me out.
Yeah, me too. And I've like seen some stories of people talking about like seeing them like at their house, or like at their grandparents' house, and like when they were a kid, and like not realizing that
I know. And then I feel like the world America maybe went through a phase of like gnome loving, like everybody wanted gnome decorations, and I was like,
I just wonder.
I love St. Patrick's Day.
I do too.
It's like one day, but it's just so whimsical.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the idea of like a little leprechaun
Mm-hmm.
bringing gold.
I know, I want to know, like, if people have experienced any weird things with, like, leprechauns.
That sounded like wings. Like,
Don't.
a little leprechaun.
Oh, God. Yeah, we're, like, summoning them.
Yeah. Did you, or do you do that with your kids? Like the leprechaun traps?
I haven't even, like,
I feel like it's
seen
very
things
new
about
because
them.
but I've heard other people did them when they were like kids.
Really?
But I don't know if maybe it's just like not something that's more common in this area.
Yeah, I never did anything like when I was younger
No.
with them. I feel like I've always thought, like, that ghosts are real and, like, that, like, the paranormal is, like,
Did you
real.
hear it again? It literally sounds. It sounds like. Hello? Like something's gonna come up and be like, hey. But yes.
Like, I've thought ghosts were real, but I feel like even when I was a kid, I was like, well, leprechauns and fairies and gnomes, like, aren't real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in them. But now I'm like, well, are they
they?
real?
I believe for sure in fairies.
Like, I believe in ghosts and aliens and, like,
Yeah.
the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot, but that for some reason I'm just like, gnomes and leprechauns,
yeah.
like, I don't know.
I mean, I believe maybe there could be something like that in Ireland or like
Yeah.
Scotland area. That just feels right.
Mm-hmm.
But here in America, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do have a vivid memory of when I was in elementary school. I just saw something out of the corner of my eye. Like on the floor. Like, I'm not even joking, like a little shadow on the floor.
Stop.
It's my brain. It's the sleep paralysis starting.
Oh, God.
But I have a vivid memory of convincing a lot of people in my class in elementary school that there were leprechauns in our school.
Really?
Yeah. And they were just like doing mischievous things.
Yeah.
And they believed me.
I feel like it'd be pretty easy. I feel like I would have believed you for sure.
Yeah.
If I was in school.
I feel like I remember being like, oh my God, I saw it up there. We were like, I remember vividly being in gym class, in the gym, and the ceilings are so high in gyms. And I was like, oh my God, I saw one up there. And everyone was like, oh my God.
I would have 100% like fully believed.
And I feel like I remember like selling the story so hard that I like started to believe it.
Yeah, and like scare yourself.
Yeah.
That would be me.
God, I was a weird kid.
I was too. But I would have for sure believed that. And I would have like probably like started seeing it myself or like convincing myself I saw it too.
I'd be like seeing a shadow in the corner of my eye. I'd be like, oh my God, it was a leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
They're here.
No, maybe they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I know it's just one of those, back to St. Patrick's Day, it's one of those holidays that I'm like, it just comes and goes and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of sad it's already over.
Mm-hmm. I know, me too. And everybody like is like, well, I'm gonna go get drunk for St. Patrick's
gotta have some
Day.
green beer.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I want to watch Luck of the Irish and eat gold coins or something.
You should watch the Leprechaun
I know.
movies.
I think I'm gonna. I gotta see where they're streaming. I should look that up.
They're on Peacock if you have that.
I don't, but my friend does. Well, I guess I technically do because I have her login for it. So I'm gonna watch them.
Yeah, I didn't like that was like the one like scary movie that I was like, I'm not watching the Leprechaun. And then after we watched them, I like love them now. Like I always want to watch like the Leprechaun movies because they are like just creepy and they have like that nostalgic like.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston's in the first one.
Yeah, I like the third one the best, like the Vegas one, but like all of them are good.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember I was at like a friend's birthday party and her dad or something was like watching it in the background and I was like, why are you watching this at a child's birthday party?
That'd be me at my kid's party.
Yeah.
Watching that in my room.
My mom, when she was little, when I was little, like baby. This has nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day or Irish anything, but she said she would used to make me watch scary movies with her. She watched like the Blair Witch Project, I think, once, and I was literally a baby, so I don't remember. But she said that there was a storm and the power went out
During watching that,
Mhm.
I would have had a heart attack.
She literally got so scared. She got in the we went in the car and she drove to my grandma's house and stayed
That's
there.
what
She
I
was
would
so
have
scared.
done. Oh my
I
gosh.
don't even think I could watch a scary movie like that with Juniper
Have you
by
seen that
myself.
movie?
No. That's
It's-
another one. It's like a classic, but I'm like kind of
Mhm.
scared to watch it.
I watched it like once when I was probably like 18, so I don't even like really remember it, but I remember I was scared.
Yeah, I
Like
think
it's
that
like a
one's on.
documentary style
Yeah.
movie, and I was like, oh my god, this is all real. Like
Yes,
this
that's
really
what it makes it
happened.
feel like.
Yeah.
I think it's on either Hulu or HBO Max
Yeah,
too.
I think it is. I think I just saw it
Yeah.
somewhere.
I was gonna watch it, but then I don't think I can watch that one by myself.
Yeah, I feel like ones like that are like scarier,
Mhm.
like because it feels more real.
Yeah.
And it feels like darker and like evil.
Yes.
Like,
Ooh, I don't like it. As if the Conjuring movies aren't based
I
off
know.
of supposedly based off true stories, but they're just so good.
Hit right.
It's just one of those comfort movies.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I always see those memes that are like, my girlfriend, I just want to put on my comfort movie, and it's The Conjuring.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Literally me. I love that movie.
Ugh.
I always will watch that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with one of the most terrifying figures in Irish folklore, the Banshee.
Yeah.
Her name comes from, and I'm probably not pronouncing this right, Bean Sidhe, meaning woman of the fairy mound. But don't let that sound mystical and cute.
Me. Ooh.
Because if you hear her, someone is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
The Banshee doesn't kill you. She doesn't touch you. She warns you. People describe her as a pale woman with long dark hair, sometimes beautiful, sometimes rotting, sometimes with glowing red eyes from crying. And the sound she makes, not a scream. It's described as a mix between wailing, sobbing, and something almost inhuman, like grief but distorted. There are stories where entire families hear her crying outside their home, and by morning, someone is gone. What's creepier, some families in Ireland are said to have their own banshee, like a generational attachment. Imagine that, a spirit assigned to your bloodline, waiting. That kind of makes me think of on like the sleep paralysis where you said like families can generationally experience like the Hat Man or something. That's kind of how it sounds, like families having their own banshee.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like the same thing.
I think I've heard that too, yeah. Where it's kind of like a generational thing.
But I don't know.
Well, for some people.
I would be terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that like Ireland has a lot of like folklore, but a lot of like paranormal things that happen there.
Yeah, I feel like there in Scotland are like very spiritual areas.
Yeah. I think Scotland is like super haunted too.
Because it's like where all the Celtic stuff happened. I don't know. It's like originated from.
Yeah. The second part of the so I did just 5 little short Irish folklore things that I found. So the second one is the Dullahan. So this one is straight nightmare fuel.
I was gonna say, I've never heard of it.
So think Headless Horseman, but darker.
Ooh.
He rides a black horse carrying his own head under his arm. And his head, it's described as having a sickly grin stretched from ear to ear with eyes that move even though it's not attached to anything.
Oh.
And he uses a human spine as a whip.
Ew.
Yeah. If the Dullahan stops riding, it means someone nearby is about to die. And when he calls out a name, that person drops dead instantly. No warning, no escape. Doors don't matter, locks don't matter. If he sees you, that's it. And one other thing, the only thing that scares him is gold. Even a small piece can make him disappear.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
So
he wouldn't be scared by me. I don't have one piece of gold.
I feel like if I lived in Ireland, I would like wear like a gold
Yeah.
like coin around
Or
my neck or
something, yeah.
something because of all their like superstitions about like
Mhm.
leprechauns and like the Dullahan.
Dullahan.
I didn't like find any store. I was trying to find some stories about like the different lore there, like
Mhm.
about people saying like, "Oh yeah, I saw this or I experienced this," but I couldn't find anything. Basically, it just sounds like it was something that parents like scared their kids with,
Oh,
like,
yeah, like
"Oh,
the
you better be
boogeyman.
good." Yeah. That's basically the vibe that I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
And it just seems so scary that it like couldn't be real, like someone carrying their smiling
Oh,
head with
yeah.
eyes that move, using
That's
a spine as a whip.
so
Like
scary.
if that is real, that's terrifying.
Did you ever watch Hey Arnold as a kid?
Oh yeah.
There's an episode, like a Halloween episode, with the headless horseman.
Yeah,
And I remember that episode terrified
I
me.
love that episode.
I have to watch it again because it's been so long, but I
Mhm.
remember it just like being so scary when I was
I know,
little.
me too. Yeah, it's still good too.
Yeah.
The kids, we watched that and we like showed it to the kids, and they're like last year we were watching it like all the time, like every day. And there's this one episode with like a ghost bride where
Oh.
like she like kills herself on her wedding day and she's like a ghost.
Oh
And
my
Odin
gosh.
always wanted to watch that episode, and he always wanted to watch like the cemetery episode where they like go sneak to the cemetery at night and get all scared. And like those were the two he was always like, can we watch that? So I feel like he is definitely gonna be like a creepy
Yeah.
kid. I feel like he already is.
Yeah.
So next is fairies, but not the cute kind. So when people think of fairies, they picture like tiny glowing Tinkerbell vibes. Not in Ireland. The AOC, also known as the Fae, are ancient, powerful, and very unpredictable. These aren't creatures you want to mess with. People in Ireland still today avoid disturbing fairy forts or cutting down fairy trees because it's believed that doing so brings curses, illness, even death. And there are stories of people who claim they were taken, like full on abducted. They go missing for hours, even days. And when they come back, they're different, disoriented, quiet, not fully there. Some say the Fae replace humans with something called a changeling, something that looks like your loved one but isn't. And one of the biggest rules, never accept food or drink from the Fae, because if you do, you may never be able to leave. That's one that I'm more like am leaning towards being
Yeah.
like true.
Usually the changeling thing is mostly like babies, I've heard.
Oh really?
They like come in and switch out your baby with a
Yikes.
Fae baby.
So like what's the difference between like a Fae baby then?
They're from what the stories that I've heard, they're naughty.
Oh
But like in a
really?
scarier way.
But why do they want the real baby?
That I don't know. Or at least I don't remember
Yeah.
hearing anything why.
That just reminds me, like when I was reading that, I was like, oh, so they're like mimics. Like,
Yeah. It also reminds me of those stories of like the missing 411, or like the people who go missing in like the mountains, and then they come back like days later,
and they're
and they're
different.
weird.
Yeah.
And they're like the kids were like, oh, a hairy man. It's like the Bigfoot of Ireland,
Yeah.
but tiny.
Yeah, and I've seen like I went down a whole rabbit hole like last year I think about like fairies and like fae traps like in the
Yeah.
woods. It's like scary.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot, like cuz at first I was like fairies are not real. Like, why do so many people believe that they're real? And then I like went down this rabbit hole and I was like, okay, fairies are real.
Yeah,
And like fae traps are real.
and the fairies in like folklore, like the real fairies, are so much darker than like Disney Channel fairies or Disney movie fairies. And then I also think of like all the like Sarah J. Maas. I don't think you've read. Have you read them?
I like started reading like the first like ACOTAR.
Yeah.
I started reading that, but I only got like a chapter into it.
The first one is very slow.
That's like why I stopped reading it.
Yeah.
Because I kept like reading an entire page and then I was like, wait, what did I even just read?
Yeah,
Like,
I had to listen to the audiobook to get through the first one.
Really?
Because it was
Maybe
just so
that's
slow.
what I should do.
But it gets good. And
that's what I've heard.
Then you read the other 2 series that she wrote, and then you're heartbroken.
Really?
The Throne of Glass specifically is it's so long, and sometimes very slow.
Yeah.
But it's just crushes your soul at the end.
That's what I'm planning on reading after I do like the ACOTAR series. But yeah, I've
They
seen
are good, though.
like lots of videos of like people deep in the woods and they're just like, is this a fae trap? And it's like literally a perfect like arch
or
tree.
like a perfect circle.
And it's like glistening and
Yeah.
like the sun is just like shining in that one spot.
I think about like in Twilight with the meadow.
Yes.
That's what I just imagine. It's just a big fae trap up there.
Literally. Like I've seen so many that I'm like, how like this is not like natural. Like that didn't just naturally happen.
It's so it's weird like when you see like mushrooms grow in like a perfect circle. I'm like, how that just is not right.
No. But like why do they want to like lure us there?
What do they
and like why are where it's like, oh, some people go missing for like days, why do they let you come back? And like what happens when you accept their food or their drink or something?
Do you die?
Do you turn into a fae?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be a better existence.
I have like mixed feelings about it because some of it I'm like, they're like bad and scary, and some of it I'm like, well, some of them are like good and like cool, and I want to like meet one. And then I'm like, no, if I was in the woods and I saw like a fae trap, I would run in the other direction.
I'm good, thank you so much for the offer. I don't know. Do they eat you? I don't know.
I know. And if you do get sent back, is it just like a clone of who you were? And that's why you're different, because it's not really your soul in there anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like a version of you that is pretending to be you. I don't know.
Just like a mimic situation. Maybe that's what they do. They take your soul and they just send your empty vessel,
your body back. Yeah. But why do they want? Maybe they need your soul to like
for something,
to keep living or something, for energy.
Maybe.
Who knows?
To feed to their fairy gods.
Okay, and then there is the Irish vampire, or the Avertach. So before Dracula, there was something older. This creature is said to be a dwarf sorcerer who rose from the dead again and again, demanding blood from the living. Every time he was killed, he came back, stronger, angrier, hungrier. Villagers tried everything, burying him, trapping him. Nothing worked until finally they buried him upside down in a grave marked with a sacred tree, and that kept him down. Some people believe this legend actually inspired Bram Stoker when he wrote Dracula. So yeah, vampires might not be Transylvanian after all.
Are they talking like buried in like the coffin upside down, so the door? I'm assuming, because then I'm also picturing like head down, like long way. But I'm assuming like door down, so it can't like. Although you can't really open it underground anyway, but that's what I'm assuming.
But I feel like if you're a vampire and you just come back stronger, it doesn't matter if you're upside down, you'll still get out of it.
Yeah.
So
But maybe it confused him if it was upside down.
Like maybe he's just going deeper down. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm like, sounds like kind of far-fetched. Like, oh, the
He just
sacred tree made him stay down,
Mhm.
upside down.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he'd be smarter than that. You're like, oh, you think I'm just upside down and now I can't hurt you?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do believe vampires are real.
I do too.
Like, I don't think they look like how they're portrayed in like Dracula and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like they can literally look like us.
I've been seeing a lot of TikToks too where they're like, vampires are real, but not in like the traditional sense where they drink your blood. They
Right.
like suck your energy.
Like energy vampires.
Yeah.
And like that's why some people that you're around, like, you feel a weird feeling from them, and then you might leave and be like drained and like exhausted, and like they were sucking your energy. But yeah, I've heard, I like went down so many rabbit holes. One of them was like about vampires, and my aunt and my uncle live in New Orleans, and they've lived there like forever. But she told me like, yeah, she thinks they're real, and she said like if she goes out or something, or like if we went to like New Orleans or something, like don't touch anybody on the street that's like trying to like shake your hand, or like give you something, or like asks you something, because apparently like a
There's
lot of
like
people,
voodoo down there and stuff.
like voodoo, and like a lot of trying to like destiny swap. Like a lot of people will try to get you to like touch their elbow, like if you touch elbows, apparently, because like it's double jointed. So there's like a belief that like if you touch elbows together, like then your destinies can swap. Like I saw a video of this like old man on the street in New Orleans, and he was like trying to get these people to touch his elbow like really bad, and he was like really old, and somebody was like commenting saying like, do not touch his elbow, he's probably like young and he probably got destiny swapped by that old man, and he's trying to get someone else to do it.
This would be me. I'd be like walking around, don't touch me.
Like I wouldn't even think that was like a thing.
No, that's like a crazy, that's a specific thing that you wouldn't even.
And there's literally like vampire bars like in New Orleans that like serve blood, apparently, like to vampires. Like if they know you're a vampire, like they'll like serve you actual blood to drink when you're there. And like I've seen a lot of like story times of people being like, oh, I encountered a vampire in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And like just saying these crazy stories, but I actually like feel like that could be real.
Yeah, it's so crazy that a lot of the stories do come out of New Orleans. Like you don't
like
hear a lot of it other places.
I know. Like why specifically New Orleans?
I don't know if it's like the French like influence around there, and then also like the like voodoo-y type of stuff, which I guess I don't know specifically where that comes from, but
there's also apparently like in Chicago, like in the underground like tunnels,
I've heard that too.
Like vampires that you're not supposed to go down there alone, and like
I wouldn't anyway.
I mean, I literally like
I mean alone I wouldn't.
I feel like if I had the chance, like if there was like a vampire and they were like
that one video of that little boy, they're like, come on, it's a secret.
Yeah.
Me going.
I literally feel like I would be like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I just saw a video. Oh, I don't remember if I sent it to you or not. It was a guy who was like the only reason I don't believe or something in vampires, I don't know. He was like, am I just like not desirable enough? He's like, I don't believe that I'm not desirable enough to be a vampire. Like, there's a vampire out there who just didn't want me. And I'm like, oh, me.
I feel like where we live specifically, we live in such a small Midwestern town. I feel like if we lived in like a place like New Orleans or like Chicago, like I literally feel like we would like run into like
I feel like vampire. We need to go to like a different, like the culture around here is just not right for a vampire. I don't feel like.
The culture neither was Fort Washington, like Bigfoot. So yeah, I literally just like want to go to New Orleans and just, but I don't know, like I say that, but then I feel like if we were actually there and we like ran into a vampire, I'd be like, run,
I gotta go.
But like, I want to be a vampire.
I couldn't live in New Orleans the rest of my life. Too hot, too muggy.
But I don't think we'd have to live there.
That's true. And also, who knows? It might be different. Like
Mm-hmm.
body wise, you might not sweat ever.
Mm-hmm. I just want to know, like, are they actually real? Like,
Yeah.
are vampires really real?
I feel like there's gotta be.
I feel like they are.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would want to turn us into vampires if
Yeah.
they saw us.
Yeah, they'd be like, you
Because
guys
they
are
would
cool.
sense our vibes and be
Yeah.
like, okay.
Same with aliens. They'd be like, yeah,
Mhm.
let's do it.
I know. And same with Bigfoot. Like, he
Yeah.
wouldn't want to kill us. He'd be like, all right.
Yeah, like when we
I
talked to
visited
Bigfoot.
you guys before.
Yeah, when we talked to him in
Yeah.
Wawina. I went down a big rabbit hole of vampires when I was obsessed with Twilight. I was ready. I was ready to be taken.
I go down a vampire rabbit hole like a few times a month.
I love them. I just wish.
I know. I feel like I literally am gonna be a vampire eventually. Like, I just can tell what's gonna
If you sleep
happen.
like this.
I do. Jake always is like, why do you sleep like a vampire? Like, you're dead. He like has so many pictures of me sleeping where I'm literally like, and I don't even like realize that I'm doing that. Like, I don't fall asleep like that. I'll fall asleep like on my stomach, but for some reason I'm always like,
You always end up like that.
mm-hmm, like a lot.
Dead.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
So the last one is the puka, the trickster energy. So let's talk about something a little different but still very unsettling, the puka. This creature is a shapeshifter. It can appear as a horse, a goat, a shadow, even a person. Sometimes it helps people, sometimes it ruins their lives. No in between. There are stories of the puka offering people rides only to take them on a terrifying journey through the night before dumping them somewhere random, or whispering things that sound helpful but lead to chaos. It's basically the definition of don't trust everything you encounter in the dark. So if you find yourself walking alone at night in a quiet place and you hear something calling your name or crying in the distance or offering you a ride, maybe just don't answer because in Irish folklore, that's how it starts. And once it starts, it doesn't always end. And that scares
And
me.
that's that.
Like, I don't know. How would you be able to tell if it was a person or a puka?
Yeah.
Like, there has to be some way of like being able
Like an
to tell.
identifier.
Mm-hmm. Like, maybe they just don't fully look like a human would.
Yeah,
Like the
almost
uncanny valley thing.
Yeah,
where
there's
you
just
can't
something
really
off.
tell. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like an SW or something is
That's
just
like,
slightly off.
yeah, that's like what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Because like shapeshifter, like can
It's-
appear as a horse, a goat, a shadow, a person. I feel like
That
that's
is
like the same thing.
Yeah, that could just be like the Irish version of it.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Either way,
Yeah, either way.
I'm scared of it.
Not for me.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
But I do want to go to like Ireland or like Scotland.
I do too.
Like, I want to go to a castle
Yes.
really bad.
I feel like a lot of people are like, I want to go to Italy. I really want to
I
go to
would want to
Greece
go
too.
to Italy.
I do want to go to Italy, but I think my first, if I was going to ever go across the ocean, if I could ever afford that, it would probably be like Ireland or Scotland
Mm-hmm.
or both.
Yeah.
Because it's just my dream.
Yeah, I really want to go to like Scotland and go visit like a castle, any castle anywhere.
Yeah.
I want to go to.
I would love to go.
Like, because it just feels like not even real. Like, I can't even like picture that castles are like a real thing.
I know.
That used to just be a thing. Like,
And like people lived in those.
Yeah.
And had like drawbridges. Those are like real
Yeah.
things.
I know. Like, my mind can't comprehend that it's not just like movie, like for a movie. Like, it's real. Like
you
there's
lived in a
really
stone
castles. Yeah.
castle. That's like Harry Potter. doesn't.
I know. And like the Edinburgh,
Yeah.
that's like where I want to go. I
Mm-hmm.
want to go explore a haunted castle.
Ugh.
Like imagine just living in like Scotland. Like you just
I
live there.
know. There's a girl I follow on TikTok, which is funny because she's originally from Louisiana, like New Orleans area, and she just moved to Ireland, actually.
Really?
Mm.
That would be
It's
so
like,
crazy.
if I were to ever move out of the country, it would be somewhere like that. Well, obviously, because I don't speak any other language, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it would be somewhere like Ireland or Scotland. Also, because I can't imagine living somewhere super warm.
Yeah.
So it has to be somewhere similar to like Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to live anywhere really warm. I would want there to be like season changes,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe not like Minnesota, like the snow and the
Yeah,
cold.
constant. My other thing is like moving somewhere that's not. I just don't want to move somewhere that's got dangerous insects and snakes.
Oh,
And
yeah. I
like I could
know.
never move to like,
New Zealand?
yeah,
No.
Australia. Could
Mm-mm.
never.
I
I don't
know.
even want to visit there
I
because
don't
I'm too scared.
either. I know. I see videos. I'm like, that cannot be like that has to be AI, and
Yeah.
it's real, and it's like a spider that's like this
That big in their home, just crawling and
like
like,
on their ceiling. Like I would actually like die. I think.
yeah,
Like
I would burn the place to the ground and I would never come back.
I don't know how they can do it.
That's how I feel. Even like people who live in Florida or like Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Oklahoma once and they like scorpions get into their homes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
My sister lived in Florida for like 12 years or something, and we were visiting her one time, and she had like the same she had like a Jeep Wrangler then, and she had the top off of it, and I had a pair of boots and they were like in her car.
Yeah.
And I went and like grabbed them from out of her car, went back into her house and felt something crawling, like I was holding them like this, and I felt something like right here, and I dropped them on the floor, and a bunch of like beetle type bugs were in the shoes. They like
I'm assuming it's one of those computers, but they've never made that noise before.
um
But yeah, I know that's what they always say though in like places like that, like Oklahoma or South, like to always check your shoes before you put them on.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But they're these like little, they have like a hard shell and they're like circular. But there
Ugh.
was a bunch of them that were like running out. Her husband that she was married to at the time was like swatting them, like trying to kill them. And I was like,
Yuck.
literally like have PTSD from it. Like
That's
I can't even like pick
terrifying.
up shoes anymore. I'm like looking in them
Kicking 'em.
first. Yeah. Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah, I remember we stayed down in Oklahoma with a friend, and I remember the guy was like, just so you know, like scorpions get in the house sometimes,
Oh,
like they can be in
God.
your bed, whatever.
In your bed?
Yeah. And I was so scared. He had like a pull out bed couch thing, and I slept on the recliner because I was too scared of it. I was like, nope. And it was the worst week of sleep of my life.
And like, wouldn't they just like bite you?
I think they only like do that if they feel threatened. But I mean, if you accidentally roll over on one,
or like imagine waking up and there's just a scorpion like on you, like somewhere. I would scream and like hit it,
and then I'd be scared because I wouldn't find it, I'm sure.
I couldn't do it.
I don't like it. I never saw a live one. I saw some dead ones.
Yuck.
And they've got like really poisonous snakes.
Yeah. Yeah. And like the snakes, I've seen videos where like people go in the bathroom and the snake is like in the freaking toilet.
Yep, that is my biggest fear
me
today.
Too. Yeah, and that's been my biggest fear. One of my biggest fears since I was a little kid. I felt like I would be peeing and a snake is gonna come slithering up and like bite you.
Yes, which I feel like is just like not something that happens here in Minnesota.
Right, but it's still, I think about it all the time.
I'm like, well, this is the day. Today's the day.
I also used to be really scared that I was gonna die from quicksand. Or
I feel like that fear was like built into us. Yeah. Like, be aware of quicksand. and it's just like not nearly as common as
I know, but it's
Ugh.
still like scared. I'm like still scared of
Yeah.
quicksand.
I feel like I'm gonna step even just like
Because
muddy.
how is it real? How is that real?
I don't
like
understand it.
just pulls you down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Mm-mm.
I'd rather see a ghost or a vampire.
Yep.
Or a fairy.
I'd rather get taken by the fae.
Mm-hmm. So if you have any stories about vampires, fae, leprechauns,
If you're from Ireland,
literally
I actually don't know if we
anything.
have any listeners from Ireland, but if you are,
Yeah.
tell us your stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We want to hear all of them.
Yes. Tell us any stories. Send
Literally
us an email.
anything.
Email us at girlyghostshows@gmail.com.
Thanks, girlies and ghoulies, for joining us. Come back next week.
Until next time, stay spooky
and stay suspicious.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Girly Ghost Tales.